In the dim pre-dawn light of Naval Station Norfolk, Lieutenant Alex Rivera stood at the edge of the firing range, his breath fogging in the crisp Virginia air. At 32, Alex was a seasoned Navy SEAL, his broad shoulders etched with the scars of deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan. His eyes, a deep hazel that seemed to hold the weight of unspoken battles, scanned the horizon where the Atlantic whispered secrets to the shore. Today marked the culmination of weeks of grueling training. A live-fire close combat exercise designed to simulate the chaos of urban warfare. Bullets would fly, hearts would race, and mistakes could be fatal, even in simulation. Beside him was Ensign Sophia Kane, a 28-year-old newcomer with fiery, red hair tied back in a tight bun and emerald, eyes that burned with determination. Sophia had joined the Navy straight out of college, driven by a childhood dream of proving herself in a man's world. Her slender frame belied a strength forged in marathons and martial arts, and her quick wit had earned her the nickname Siren among the squad. Alex had taken her under his wing, mentoring her through the relentless drills. "Remember, Soph," he'd say with a rare smile, "in close combat it's not just about the shot, it's about the soul behind it." The squad assembled, 10 elite soldiers, each a story unto themselves. There was Petty Officer Marcus Hale, a burly father of two with a laugh that could shatter tension, and Seaman Riley Voss, the youngest at 22, whose boyish grin hid the ghosts of a troubled past. They geared up in tactical vests, helmets, and M4 carbines loaded with live rounds. The exercise was no joke. Real ammunition in a controlled environment, meant to push them to the brink. "This is where heroes are made or broken," barked Commander Elias Thorne, his voice like gravel. "Stay sharp or pay the price." As the sun crested the waves, the team moved into position. Alex felt a familiar knot in his stomach, the one that reminded him of his last mission, losing his best friend to an ambush in Muzzle. Sophia noticed his distant gaze. "You okay, LT?" she whispered, her hand brushing his arm. He nodded, forcing a grin. Just another day in paradise. But deep down, he knew this drill could unearth buried demons. The whistle blew and the world exploded into motion. The range transformed into a labyrinth of mock urban structures, crumbling walls, derelict vehicles, and pop-up targets mimicking enemy combatants. Live rounds cracked through the air, echoing like thunderclaps. Alex led the point team, Sophia at his flank, their boots crunching over gravel as they cleared room after room. "Contact left," Marcus shouted, unleashing a burst that splintered a wooden barricade. Riley covered the rear, his hands steady despite the adrenaline surging through his veins. Sweat poured down Sophia's face as she pivoted, sighting a silhouette target. Her fingers squeezed the trigger, bang bang, and it dropped. "Nice shot, Siren," Alex called over the comms, his voice steady amid the cacophony. But then chaos erupted. A malfunction in the pyrotechnics system, a rare but catastrophic glitch sent a simulated explosion too close, igniting a chain reaction. Real flames licked at the edges of the range, and in the confusion, a stray round from a misfired weapon ricocheted wildly. "Riley's hit," Marcus bellowed, his voice cracking. The young seaman crumpled, clutching his thigh where blood bloomed like a dark rose. Panic threatened to unravel the squad, but Alex's training kicked in. "Cover me," he roared, diving forward through the smoke. Bullets whizzed past as the exercise continued unchecked. Protocol demanded they press on until the all clear. Sophia's heart pounded. She provided suppressive fire, her shots precise and unyielding. "Hang on, kid," Alex yelled, reaching Riley and applying a tourniquet with trembling hands. In that inferno, memories flooded Alex, the Mosul alley, his friend's final gasp. "Not again," he muttered, dragging Riley to safety. Sophia joined him, her face smeared with soot, tears cutting trails through the grime. "We've got you," she whispered to Riley, who managed a weak smile. "Didn't see that coming." The flames grew, forcing a retreat. Commander Thorne finally sounded the halt, sirens wailing as medics rushed in. Riley was airlifted, his life hanging by a thread. In the aftermath, Alex and Sophia sat on the sidelines, exhaustion etching lines on their faces. "You saved him," she said softly. Alex shook his head. "We did, but at what cost?" The incident shook the squad to its core. Investigations revealed a faulty detonator, but the emotional toll was immeasurable. Sophia confided in Alex that night under the stars. "I joined for the glory, but it's real pain. He placed a hand on her shoulder. That's what makes us strong, the hurt we carry. Their bond deepened, forged in the fire of that day. Months later, back at base, Riley Voss walked with a limp but a fire in his eyes. The exercise had been a turning point, not just for him, but for the entire team. He'd survived, thanks to Alex's quick thinking and Sophia's cover fire. Now a decorated hero, Riley mentored new recruits, sharing his story as a testament to resilience. Close combat isn't about the bullets, he'd say. It's about the brothers and sisters beside you. Alex and Sophia's paths intertwined further. What began as mentorship blossomed into something profound. A quiet love born from shared trials. They married in a simple ceremony by the sea, with Marcus his best man and Riley giving the toast. To the ones who pull us from the fire, he said, raising his glass. Sophia, now Lieutenant Rivera, led her own squads, her voice echoing the lessons she'd learned. Feel the fear, but fight through it, she'd tell them. Her emerald eyes steady, yet the scars remained. Alex still woke from nightmares of Mosul and that fateful drill, but Sophia's presence anchored him. They visited Riley's family, where his young daughter Lily hugged Alex tightly. You're my hero, she whispered, reminding him why he fought. The Navy honored them with medals, but the true reward was the unbreakable bond they shared. In the end, the live fire exercise taught them that combat's closest quarters were within the heart. It was a powerful reminder that amid the roar of guns and the sting of smoke, humanity prevailed. Alex, Sophia, and their comrades emerged not broken, but unbreakable, warriors whose stories inspired generations. As the sun set over Norfolk once more, Alex whispered to Sophia, "We made it through the storm." She smiled, her hand in his, "And we'll face the next one together."